I think you added 4 players from maybe 5 from the city of Miami or the Miami area. Who's doing your recruiting down there for you? Like, who do you want to kind of give a shout out to for not just flipping the players, but also kind of doing the groundwork and finding those guys?
Yeah, I think obviously Coop is the one who goes down, and Evan's an excellent recruiter, and he's from Miami, and people know him. Phil Simpson, sort of, Phil played for me 100 years ago and was a really successful high school coach in Miami, and so as we go down into Dade County, their experience here speaks volumes to people. When they speak, people listen, and the guys on our team, so when they come up and they see Dwight Boodle, or they're talking to those guys and they're having a good experience, and they're like, those guys that flipped today, like they came in last weekend, it was 26 degrees. There's no tricks, there's no gimmicks. Like I'm like, hey, walk around now, bro. This is what it feels like. And but they recognize Rhule and they recognize what's transparent and they're coming for the right reasons. And so that was a big day for us today. To get a player of, Willis McGahee's talent and ability level and the way his brain works and an unbelievable family and, to get Amari, to get Larry, to have Vincent just kind of flip over now. I mean, those things are all really big things for us.
Coach, when it comes to recruiting in state, what was sort of your reaction, the staff's reaction to how you guys were received when you would go to a high school in Omaha, you'd go to Ainsworth and recruit somebody? What was the reaction like for you?
Oh, well, people have been unbelievable. Since the day we got here, we go to a clinic, people are there. I think the high school football here is really, really strong. You think about it, we signed, I'm doing some national shows, and they're like, well, you signed 8 guys. I know Notre Dame signed a player out of here too. Illinois signed a player out of here. So it's not like we got every one. It's not like, there's 10, 11, 12 Division I players here. What I would say was really special to us this year was we took because of our camps, we have a lot of guys that we think are scholarship-worthy players that came as non-scholarship players. They turned down Division I offers to come here. So I think the high school coaches have been great. Hopefully our camps will continue to catch on. A lot of players thought, hey, you have to be invited to come to the camp. No, we want everybody. I want by the time you're a senior that you've been coming to my camp since you were in 6th grade. And you know me, and I know you, and, this has been your dream. That's kind of our goal. As we've gone around the state, like you brought up Ainsworth, I've been there 3 times. We had the time of our lives on Saturday in Ainsworth. Just unbelievable people. Went to the high school football game, the playoff game, a month ago. Just unbelievable people. So it's when you go to those towns and you meet those people and those little kids come up to you and you're not sure what they're going to say to you, and the kid walks up and says, I'm glad you ran a fake punt for once. So thanks, bro. You just realize, hey, again, I say this a lot, and that people probably go, we have such a responsibility to produce a winner because people are really counting on it. And so going back into those towns and those people reciprocating the feeling and welcoming us is awesome. And it makes recruiting Nebraska a lot of fun.
When you got 5 out of Texas, we know your connections there. Has that been as open as you thought it would be? A nice pipeline to recruit here?
Yeah, I think, we went down and did the summer camps in Texas, found some players that, I think a lot of people go to Texas and they like airport recruit. They'll fly to DFW and they'll drive within 40 minutes and they go back to the airport and they fly out. And as much as we love Huddle here, Huddle's hurt teams like us that want to outwork everybody because now you can watch everyone's film. So shout out to them for changing the industry. But, we still can go places people don't want to go, right? And so you get to Houston and kind of people stay, but our coaches work in a different way. And so, Coop and Omar and those guys, they find Roger Gradney. And we drive out to Rice Consolidated, and unbelievable program, great high school coach, great talent. Here's this young man that I believe will be a great player here. You go to camps and, Braylon Prude, 6'4", gets up at the camp on my watch and runs 4.42, and you're like, we'll run that again. And he runs it again. So part of it is, finding, big name recruits, that everyone knows. Part of it is working the camps and finding guys that fit us, and we'll be there every year. We're going to keep recruiting Florida. We're going to keep recruiting Texas. We're going to keep recruiting this area and try to be really consistent with it. And if we can get 5 to 6 players a year from Texas, then all of a sudden you look up someday and you've got 30 players from Texas on your team, and they're all having a good experience. Yeah, I think, we again. I think that concept of a positionless player, I think is really something that we tried to focus on. We took a lot of guys from our camps, and we will continue to take a lot of guys from our camps that maybe might seem unrecruited, but we believe in our coaching ability. We believe in height, weight, speed traits, and when we look at a player, it might list him as a safety, but we think someday they're going to rush the passer. It might list him as a wideout, but we think someday they're going to. And as long as we have players who believe in that process and get here and get with Corey and Kristen, our development, our staff here, I think can do wonders with players. And so I don't sign a player unless I believe that they have a chance of playing in the NFL. I look at them and say, like, hey, do they have the height, weight, speed, things might have to go right. But so I think that led you to sometimes, like, people say, like, man, you signed 7 DBs. And I'm like, yeah, kind of. I think he'll play here. I think he'll play here. You look at, last year, Jeremiah Charles, we signed him as a wideout. We think he's going to be an unbelievable corner. So sometimes they have to get here. And then I think a reemergence on the offensive line. We signed a couple guys that came to our camp that, to me, remind you of what a Nebraska offensive lineman should be. Explosive, powerful. As they get bigger, are going to be really tough, physical, hard-nosed players. And then, as I said, a couple tackles that we're excited about that can grow. It's hard to find tackles nowadays. Yeah. As the players sign, or sometimes right before. Those guys hop on a FaceTime and just welcome them to the family. Some guys were laying in bed, some guys were at school, and then we also do a lot of 2025s today too. Let them know that, hey, a year from now this will be your day. But I hope that today is a wonderful, wonderful moment in their lives, and a day that they remember, a day that their lives change, where they had a chance to come to the University of Nebraska and earn an amazing degree, meet wonderful people, have great experiences, eventually win a championship, and then hopefully go get drafted someday. So, but again, I always remind them this is just the beginning. There is no linear path to greatness. There's ups and downs, ups and downs. The key is, I've learned in life, is that you want your highs to be higher than your previous highs, and you want your lows to be higher than your previous lows. And when young people understand that life just kind of goes like this, you have a chance, and they have a chance. And so I'm really, as I say, grateful for this group. I think it's a great group. I think the group we signed last year was awesome. A lot of them played. And if this group is as good as last year's group, plus the guys we have coming back, I expect us to have a good team.